Chump came here, coming at you from chooseyourrelationships.com, off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. And I'm back again with another long email. And this guy, apparently, he's been talking to this girl, and she's playing a lot of games. She's kind of all over the place. He's confused. And to top it off, this guy, he's over the age of 50. So, they said the older you get, the wiser you're supposed to get. But apparently that's not always the case. So, this guy, he's seems to be confused about a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna get into this. He says, I've been following you for the past year now, and I'm 52 and divorced after my 19-year marriage ended 4 years ago. I met this woman right after my divorce, who's now 54. Here's my question, which I guess I'm really looking for more clarification than anything. I have an ex that, yes, I'm still hung up on. I mean, why you're still hung up on, somebody that apparently doesn't want to be with you. I mean, if it's your ex for a reason. So, sometimes you just have to let people go. So he goes on to say, we met 4 years ago, and I had a major breakup 2 years ago. We rekindled things more than once in the last 2 years, but it never lasts for more than 3 months at a time. Well, that's a sign. I mean, if you keep getting back with a person after about, I don't know, maybe the third or fourth or fifth time, something should, sound off in your mind that maybe I'm not supposed to be with this person. Maybe that's a sign. I don't know. You can take it any way you would like, but I mean, why keep going back? I don't know. I don't understand that shit. So he goes on to say, I followed your advice, but I believe she was borderline personality disorder, BDP. So I'm now about done with trying to get back together with her. But shit. I mean, I met people that were like this, but I'm not a doctor. You don't see me with a white coat on, so I'm not going to even get into that type of shit. But I know that there's a lot of people that have borderline personality disorders or that are bipolar that's walking around here as crazy as cat shit. But they haven't been diagnosed or they haven't seen a doctor, but hey, But me personally, it's not my job or your job to fix anyone that have some type of medical problem. So, that's just my take on that. So it goes on to say, every time we get back together, everything is going fine, and she finds something wrong that I did and break up. Of course. I mean, if you keep going back to somebody, it's always going to start off good, just like any new relationship. It's like a new beginning every time you go back. But that tells you that the person is toxic. That tells you that something's wrong. It's like it could be any type of relationship. It could be a business relationship. I mean, it's always starts off fresh. It starts off like with a lot of excitement, but after a while, something just happens. Things. Some people just like drama in their life too. So, but it's your life. You got to make the decision. So he goes on to say, little things in healthy relationships would be a great point of discussion at most. Thus, I guess, in a common thing with BPD, as you may know, another common thing is they like to keep guys tagging along. Well, like I said, I'm not a doctor, but I know that, people that like to keep, women that like to keep you tagging along, they more than likely they're insecure. That's a sign of insecurity. And he goes on to say, they like to know they have options. Exactly. So here's the question. When she reaches out to me, text, email, I try to make a date. She usually tells me she's not available for the date and time I pick. So I tell her, well, check your schedule and get back to me on the date and time that works for you. She never gets back to me. She's fine because it tells me her interest level is low. That's true. So I just go about my business. She does this about once a month. Shit. And you still around her? I wouldn't be calling her at all. I wouldn't go out of my way to do anything. Let her go out of her way to try to make dates with you, if that's the case. And you don't have to accept it. I wouldn't go out of my way to drive on her side of town or... at this point, if she wanted to make a date with me, she would have to go out of the way. I'm not going to go out of the way to do anything with anybody that's has a proven record of playing games with me. That's just me. So the problem is, because I'm still hung up on her, even though I know I shouldn't be, it's hard for me to fully commit to a great woman I've been dating for a year now. So I think if you got a good woman, stick with her and kick rocks with the ex. That's your ex for a reason. Plus, she seems to be a very toxic woman anyway, so, what's up with that? Is it the sex? A lot of times, a lot of these crazy women know how to put it down in the sex. So that's probably what it is. So the clarification question is this: how do I not act needy but keep her from screwing with my head like this? Why contact me if you don't want to get together? Well, you don't have to accept the phone calls. You don't have to answer. You don't have to enter her emails or text or any of that stuff. It's really on you. People can call you and send you email or try to contact you all day, but you don't have to respond. So it's really on you as a man. So it goes on to say, I feel as though she does have BDP. She's just checking in to make sure I still want to see her, and as long as I try to make a date, it shows her I'm still interested. So if she moves on to someone else who's not a sure thing, just don't ask her anymore. Don't ask her out on any more dates. Don't go pick her up. Don't go meet her out. Treat her like a fuck buddy. Treat her like, she's a late night smash. If anything, you know what I'm saying? That's the way I would play that. And he says, sometimes she'll even call me up at the last minute to meet for a drink. It doesn't matter. And you probably, when she calls you up at the last minute, you probably drop everything to make time for her. And that's part of the problem. Even though I should be happy, I feel as though she's only doing this because her main date fell through. So I'm her sure backup, which I don't like. Well, stop asking to get together, unless she brings it up then. And I used to meet her, but after listening to your advice, I now tell her I would love to meet you, but I already have something planned. Unfortunately, it's just too short notice, but I would love to see you. So how about next week? And I throw out a date and time, to which her standard comeback is, that doesn't work for me. I've already got something planned. So I then do check your schedule and get back to me on a date and time that works for you. Yeah, you played it right. You don't pander or cater to her every need. You know what I'm saying? So I never hear back from her. Then the cycle just continues the next month. How do I cut to the chase with her and let her know I'm tired of the games? I mean, if you're crazy enough to hang out with her, I mean, let her do 100% of the pursuing. I mean, let her bring up, trying to make a date to get with you. You don't have to do shit. Really. You don't have to participate in the games that she's trying to play. I don't want to come across as weak and needy by saying, look, you do this every month. You either want to see me or you don't. If you want to see me, let's actually make a date. If you're just reaching out to make sure I'm interested or use me as a fill-in, then stop contacting me. But part of the mistake you're making is you keep trying to get with her. I mean, if you don't reach out to her, and 9 times out of 10, she is not going to be trying to reach out to you as much as you probably would think. You know? So, this last month, I even went to not responding to her text for 8 to 10 hours and didn't even ask for a date. She mentioned something about the terrible weather and was hoping everything was going good with me. I responded with everything's going great and told her I was thinking about heading to Florida for a weekend because of the weather. She's a teacher and came back the next day with how she didn't have any kids the last half of the day, which is why she was able to text me at that time of the day. I responded back 8 hours later, again with, sounds like a great start to the weekend, because it was a Friday. I never asked her out and haven't texted her since. Good man. A year or so ago, I would have responded right away with a lengthy text, but I don't do those anymore. That's good. So you're starting to get better. You're starting to learn. I mean, everybody plays a fool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it happens to me. It happens to some of the best of us, really. I mean, I've been through a lot of bullshit like that. And I talk about a lot of that shit in my books. So you need to go buy my books. Both of them. At the link below this video. And I know you say if you don't respond, the woman will lose interest and move on. So you need to ask for the date. But I'm always left feeling like a chump. That tells me that you haven't read any of my books. So that's why you really need to go pick it up. I'm a retired Navy veteran. Oh, shit. You know, I'm not retired, but I used to be in the Navy, you know. So now, I know around Memorial Day, she'll call and ask if I want to meet in an hour because she would like to buy me a beer. I had planned on saying, sorry I can't meet you because it's too short of notice and I've already got plans, or I've had a long week and want to hang close to home. So if you want to come on by, I've got some cold beer in the fridge. Hell yeah. If she really wants to come by, tell her to bring some beer and come over. And don't accommodate her or go out of your way to do shit. Because you just never know with this chick. She's kind of all over the goddamn place. So the bottom line, though, is I know it's probably going to make me mad because it's not like Memorial Day just sneaks on you where you realize it that day. I know she really wanted to see me. She would contact me a week or two before and make a date to treat me to a beer. As you can tell, I'm confused. How should I be handling things? Any advice you can give would be greatly appreciated. I'd say spend more time with the new chick. That's cool. She seems have things together, and focus on moving forward. I mean, don't. I mean, why go backwards unless you really screwed up? But in your case, you didn't screw up. You didn't. It doesn't. It seems like she's crazy as cat shit. I mean, if you want good things to happen in your life, you have to make space for something new to enter your life. And, you just have to close the door on the past and get rid of toxic people, really. If I were you, I'd be dating and looking forward to better relationships and improving my skills. So just go get both of my books, Love Can't Wait, and A Chicken's Guide to Have a Woman Beg for You, Sex, Lust, and Lies, on Amazon.com. Go get it right now. You have nothing to lose, And good luck. It's up to you whether as far as making decisions, whether you move forward or, go backwards, really. So if you like what you heard, check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com. Join my Players Club. Go get my books. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. So subscribe to my channel. And if you got questions, I got answers. Peace.